So yesterday was my birthday. I just turned 27 years. Yeah, that is my real age. Unajua wengine wenu huku miaka inakuwa miaka yenu inasoma kutoka nyuma. So I'm 27 years right now. Yesterday was my birthday, and we have a friend of mine here that is Kim Tai. Alisema happy birthday mkuu. Thanks a lot for that. Yeah, I was requesting so you decide one day you talk about hii mnyama inaitwa entry point. Please, I will appreciate. Yeah, and this is what we'll be handling. That is today. What is an entry point? Because there is market analysis and there is an entry point. What's the difference between the two? Because actually not most people will normally understand right what is an entry point. Yeah, so there is a difference between the two. For example, this is what you do. For example, it's an even order market. You want to trade even order market. Yeah, and the strategy for even odd is actually very simple. So when you are trading even odd, you need personally mostly normally trade using what you call the reversal strategy. So first thing, I'll make sure in case I'm trading market like even, I'll just get that is on the chart on RI Traders analysis tool. I'll get on RI Traders analysis tool and check the position of the green bar and the red bar. Yeah, so the red bar, in case I want to trade even, the red bar should be on even, then the green bar, blue bar should all be on odd. Okay, let me repeat again. In case I want to trade even, the blue bar, green bar should all be on even digits, the red bar should be on odd digits. That simple. Then the next thing, ukienda pale kwa chart, kitu kingine unastahili kuangalia hiyo market, the market that you want to trade should be around like 45%, the market that you want to trade. So what you'll do, you don't make the entries instant or just uingie kama umerun about. Yeah, what you need to wait that even market to gain momentum. When you talk of gaining momentum, that means when you check at that on the percentage tool, for example, let's say even market was at 45, the other one was at 55. So even market should start gaining power in terms of percentage on the percentage tool from 45, 46, 47, 48. Then when even the market gains momentum and goes above 50%, yeah, and becomes the most dominant digit, that's the time you start looking for an entry. You have already analyzed your market, you know this market is an even market, but now when is the best time to start this robot? At what point can you start this robot and be able to get the maximum wins and with the minimum number of losses? That is what we call an entry point. At that point, when you run this robot, yes, the market is even, but you don't just run the robot because the market is even. Because even though the market is even, doesn't mean that only even digits are popping. We also have odd digits. The tick is also going to odd digits, but you find most of the time it's going to even digits. So when can you actually be able to sync yourself with the movement of the ticker in such a way that when even digits are popping, that's when this robot is executing these contracts? How do you go about it? Now that's where the entry point comes in. And what do? You normally just wait because you want to trade even. What is your entry point? Your entry point will be on odd. You'll wait for at least 2 odd digits followed by an even. Yeah, because the market is already even, but we have like 2 odd digits which have already popped. So the moment you get an even, it's a good indication that the market has moved to even. Yeah, so first of all, you do good analysis, then you also need to have a good entry point. Yeah, so for example, if you are trading markets like over under, like for example, one of my best over under that I normally recommend, you can trade markets like under 5. There's a robot you call the market bandit. Yeah, there's a robot you call the market bandit, and for example, assuming you are trading something like under 7, you are trading something like under 5. Then after loss, you pull back to a less risky market and trade a market like that is under 7. So you are trading under 5 with under 7 recovery. The reason why we are pulling back from under 5 to under 7 is so that we can reduce hizo chances zenye martingale inaenda ikimultiply ending up blowing up your account. So you pull back to a less risky market for easier recovery. Then after you may recover, inaendelea kutrade under 5. So in such a case, what you'll do, you'll go and analyze that is under 5 market and make an entry on under 5. After you lose, it will pull back to a less risky market. If you analyze that is under 5 market and trade under 7, it means even when you are trading under 7, that market is even way more favorable. Yeah, so it's actually that simple. Okay, so something else. So what you normally do in such a case, how do you analyze that market? When you get on A8 traders analysis tool, the first thing we normally do, the blue bar, green bar should all be below digit 5. The red bar should be from digit 5 and above. Yeah, from digit 5 and above. The next thing we need to, that's what you need to do regarding the circles. The next thing we normally do, you should get on A8 analysis. A8 analysis, we have the LDP, and we have the LDP is where you normally get over under digits popping. Inakuonyesha sahi ni even imetokea, ni odd imetokea, even ikitokea inakuandikia I mean like if it's a digit above 5 it's over, inakuandikia, or if it's a digit below 5 inakuandikia under. That is a U. So what you normally do, the first thing unaenda pale kwa percentage tool. In case you are trading under 5, that percentage should be under 5 market is a 50-50 chance market. That means when this market is at equilibrium, it's around 50%. So you should start trading under 5 when the market is from around 47. Yeah. And again, we don't want to trade when the market is iko huko 60. It's an under 5 market, but percentage iko huko 60%. You know for which reason? Because when this market has hit 60%, inamaanisha it's almost hitting what you call a saturation point. Yeah, like inaweza kuwa imeenda over 5 sana. Right now the market is reversing. To avoid those scenarios where the market inakupata ukitrade then ina reverse ukiwa kwa market, avoid trading under 5 market ikiwa huko 60. Start trading when the market is always at equilibrium. So you can trade when it is from 57 all the way to 47 all the way to 55. After umeshapata iko around 47 ama 50 ama 51, 53, 54, 55, the next thing you do, you get on LDP. On LDP unaangalia kitu inaitwa occurrence of under digits. When you talk of occurrence of under digits, right? How are these under digits occurring? Under 5 digits dominating the market. If the market is dominated by over digits, you don't have to switch for that volatility. You just have to wait for less than a minute. Uone market imeshaenda under. And how do you know? Utakuwa unaona inaleta kama under 3, under, then over. Under, over. In such a situation, ukiona market iko sawa, what do you do? Just run your bot, itakuitia kitu inaitwa entry point. Entry point tulisema it's the best, an entry point tulisema it's like at what best time can you run this robot so that you can actually get the least number of losses. Yeah. So what you do, our entry point tulisema it's the digit to the green bar, which is automatically the digit below. It's actually below digit 5. Unaiweka pale, then run your robot. Yeah. So the moment tick itaguza digit 5, the robot will automatically stop. So the entry point is like, yes, the market is under 5, but when is the best time can you run this bot so that you can get the least number of losses, or you can get the maximum number of wins? It's that simple. So in case you have any problem with that, you can always comment below. I'll still try to help you understand what is an entry point. But entry point is different from the analysis. So first of all, you do market analysis. Ujue market iko under 5 ama market iko even ama iko odd. The next thing you need to do, you need to have what you call an entry point. An entry point is like when is the best, which is the best pattern, yeah, to actually start your robot so that you can have the maximum number of wins or the least number of losses. Hivyo tu, yeah.